early in January. We thought initially it was an outbreak. And it's actually at Davos talking to Richard Hatchett and Jeremy Farrar several times per day that looking at a lot of data, I say, oh shit, it's a pandemic. I only read about those, in history, biology books. And so we doubled down, a lot of collaboration with the US government first. Dr. Tony Fauci and our team have been working together for several years and getting this into the clinic quickly in March, then the phase 2, because we wanted to make sure we did the phase 1, a phase 2, and a phase 3, the whole 9 yards. Starting a phase 3 in July. We had never run a phase 3 at Moderna, so that was our first one. I'm sure a lot of people thought we would not be able to pull it off. The fastest vaccine before, I think, was 4 years, which is already a great time versus most vaccines, 7, 8, 10 years of development. How do we learn from this pandemic on the vaccine development front so that we can even go faster next time? I would argue I have a few ideas of how we could have started a phase 3 or a vaccine in March instead of July. This means we could have had an mRNA vaccine approved by July. If we could have started a 30,000 phase 3 study in March. It would have required investment against maybe 10 pathogens. I would say maybe $20 million per virus. That's nothing at the global scale, nothing. A lot of work can be done, preclinical. One of the reasons we moved so fast, we took 2 days to design the vaccine on the computer. Why? Because we had worked on MERS, another coronavirus, with Dr. Fauci's team for 2 years, looked at a lot of proteins, a lot of animal models. We knew out of the gates that our best chance of the corona with our technology was the spike-based protein. And we just went with it. The US government has been very helpful. We got $1 billion for funding the clinical trial. So basically the US government, if you think about it, has offered to the world the cost of developing Moderna's vaccine, which is going to help a lot, of course, in terms of affordability and access around the world, because the US basically picked up the tab to pay for the development of a product. I think there's going to be a lot of people wanting a vaccine very quickly to go back to normal life. And I think that people that are on the edge, when they're going to see that people who get the vaccine don't drop dead in the street,